Hey, it's me, Emina Shervaz, and today we're going to be doing a full, my thoughts and short review on the new Helluva or Season 1. Yes, we're going back to Season 1. Season 1, Episode 8, Queen Bee. Yes, it took a long time, but we finally have it. The 8th episode, the second part for the finale. But we had to definitely talk about this episode because I am really mixed on the episode. It's not bad, don't get me that, it's not bad, but let me go and explain my opinions on it. So this episode does show the Gluttony ring, and like everybody else said, does not look like a place that belongs in hell. The whole show is supposed to be the 7 rings of hell, and this does not look like any of the other rings. Like, you can see the other rings too, but this ring looks too weird, and they did show the gluttony part in the whole song they had called Cotton Candy, which I gotta say is definitely, in my opinion, not one of the best songs they've actually put out. And since this is a part 2, they actually went and removed the words part 2 from the episode. So since episode 7 is a part 1 and episode 8 is part 2, they removed the whole thing and then just calls it episode 7 and 8, and episode 8 is officially just a celebration. So you don't have to really watch it. There's no story. That's the reason why 4 episodes of season 2 came out before this episode even released. But do not get me wrong, there's still a story there. It's pretty simple with just Luna going to this whole party she got invited to, and then, she's invited to this party and wants to leave because she feels left out. And because the dude she likes already has a girlfriend and she feels sad, lonely, calls Blitz to come back. Blitz comes to go pick her up, but then the buddies know Blitz. He goes now to have a fun time. Technically gets drunk. He's loopy. He's crazy. She has to go take him out of that before things get crazy. And they go home. It's a story, but it's not like fully. It's like some character development between them two. You can definitely see it a little bit in season 2, but not as much. It doesn't really have a huge impact, except for the end scene though. This whole end scene shows, and this whole episode was the very first time Luna actually called Blitz her dad, happy to say that he's his dad because he was like winning challenges. That I felt that that was really cool. I really liked that. I was like, oh, that's sweet. And of course, she brought him home. He was into bed, and I guess since he was drunk, he started to say his real feelings. And he was saying how much he feels alone, and he doesn't want to die alone, invisible, wrinkled, all that stuff. So I guess he was saying his real feeling. And in this episode, it was only about Millie and Luna. Yes, it had a whole bunch of new characters I haven't seen before, and also that one buff wolf guy. I forgot his name. You don't expect to remember side characters' names. But it was mainly focused on Luna and Blitz, and I guess their relationship together as a father and daughter. It wasn't bad though. It definitely wasn't a bad episode. I do think it was a good episode. It's just, let me get to the part that I didn't really like about it. This episode was, of course, 15 minutes, being a little bit shorter than the usual episodes we're used to now. And the whole entire episode was, I guess the one thing I was trying to say was, I don't see why I was delayed. I do see now, but that's before I actually watched the episode. So after seeing on Twitter, someone was saying, what's your opinion on today's episode? And I was just like, I think I'm just confused of why the whole copyright issue was and why they never actually uploaded it, until I found out that it was because it was Keisha being this star special character in this episode, like a star, I guess what would you call that? A special guest star guest. So her manager wouldn't let her sing in this episode. I think she did sing, maybe they had to cut it out, but she couldn't sing in this episode for legal issues. I don't know why though. And if you do not know who Keisha is, I do not know who she is either, so I just did not know. But it turns out she actually went and sang a song. What was it again? She sang a song called Die Young, and it's kind of what started this whole animation, I guess, YouTube channel. The creator of it started to animate that one song, Die Young, and then became extremely popular. So it's really cool to see that, getting, the singer for that, but she couldn't sing and it had to get a different singer to sing as her Queen Bee. It's very definitely confusing. I can see why. I was expecting some Hazbin Hotel stuff, but nope, it wasn't, and I think it's okay. At the end of the day, the animation wasn't as good as other episodes. I mean, it was amazing. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like you can see some scenes that shine out. Definitely the whole song, they put a lot more budget into that. But versus other episodes we've been seeing now, it's just at the end of the day, this is not a bad episode. It's just, I just got used to so many other episodes. Then when I get to this episode, I'm like, yeah, it was a good tribute and a good celebration to end the season off, showing that they did so much hard work to make a full season. It was a fun episode. I was just expecting almost the story stuff for some reason after episode 7. I think we all know how big episode 7 was. Like, we were all expecting some Blitz development, but I guess they did that at the end with Blitz saying he doesn't want to be alone and all stuff, being a little bit sad. But at the end of the day, I think it was an okay episode. It was, I don't think it was like all the hype. They didn't hype it up. We, as fans, hyped it up, thinking it was gonna be so big. It kept getting delayed, but I don't know who's gonna be. Well, expecting Angel Dust to be in there because of copyright issues from Hasbin Hotel. It was a whole, fiasco. But at the end of the day, I said it was an okay episode. But I cannot wait for episode 5 of season 2. Stay tuned for a review on that because they said it's coming soon because it's summertime.